this is Drackle. I promised I'd do a sniping tactics video. No, I'm not the best sniper in the world, but I'm pretty good when I get going. I'm going to cover what I call camp sniping as opposed to mobile sniping. When you're crawling, when you're moving into position, this is the map pipeline. The best place to snipe is if you're using the SAS spawn, if you're playing on the SAS side. I like to run up to this area here and crawl through the grass and move into position under cover. If you don't crawl, someone's probably going to see you and you're going to get shot. And a sniper is no good with cover, with your cover blown. Nature is your friend. Always try to crawl through grass or other cover if possible. And always try to go prone also if possible. I'm using the Barrett. I believe it's the M107. They call it the 50 cal in the game. It's one of the best. It's probably the most powerful rifle. And it's also semi-automatic. It's a good one to use. A lot of people prefer the M40A3. But I would suggest only using the M40A3 if you're going to use stopping power. My perks right now are Claymore, for obvious reasons. UAV jammer, because there's a lot of UAVs, and whenever a UAV is up, your cover is blown if you're not using the UAV jammer. And I'm also using, I think, Deep Impact for this one, which is very good for shooting through walls, obviously. Like I said, I'm going to cover camp sniping, and if somebody calls you a noob or says, "Oh, stop fucking camping," please remind them that really the whole point of being a sniper is not so much to camp, but to remain in a specific area and shoot at people. I mean, it's supposed to be stealthy, and you really can't move around. Unless you do mobile sniping, which I don't know that much about. A lot of people have to use the ACOG scope for that. And in my opinion, don't use the ACOG scope. I mean, on any weapon, it sucks. I mean, if you really like it, then go ahead, but almost no one uses it because it's really crappy. My bullet went right through that guy's head. I slowed it down to slow motion, and I saw the bullet pass through his head. Sometimes that will happen. Don't get discouraged. An important thing about sniping is to have a good sidearm. Definitely go with the Desert Eagle, and if not the Desert Eagle, probably go with the USP pistol. Desert Eagle can take someone down in 3 shots without stopping power. It's like a fucking hand cannon. It's almost as good as a rifle. It is ridiculously good. In fact, I think it has more damage than even the M4 carbine. That building I'm aiming at across the map is the prime spot for the Spetsnaz snipers on this map. Always want to check that. And when you're sniping, the first thing you should do is take out the enemy snipers first. Those are the guys that are going to find you and kill you. And once you take them out, you definitely want to move positions. Even move 20 feet to the right or to the left. Because they're probably going to, they go exactly where you are from the kill cam. And they're going to come back and try to get a revenge kill. Try not to stay too close to this tree. You make a big target. And people can see you a lot easier if you stand next to the tree. I saw this guy on my radar. He killed one of my fellow snipers. And noticed how I popped up, ran, knifed him, and popped back down. Don't think of sniping as just sitting around shooting people with your rifle. To be a sniper, you have to be really good with a knife and a sidearm. I think of sniping as sort of like a ninja in camouflage. About half my kills are actually knife kills and pistol kills. I'll show you an actual clip of that later, which is really awesome. When you're using the Barrett or any semi-automatic sniper, the Barrett has, well, I'll explain modifiers and kill zones later, but the Barrett is very powerful. Obviously, it's a 50 fucking caliber round. I just lost my train of thought. Damn, what the fuck was I gonna say? That's a nice headshot right there. I saw him move into position. Always try to go for head or neck shots with a sniper rifle. Those are the 2 prime kill areas. If you have enough time to line that shot up, you definitely should take it. And this is kind of, I didn't know you can knife through a window, but apparently you can. And I blew my cover there and I got shot. but it was worth it to take another sniper out. And I start in this building. And notice when I was looking around in that area, I was keeping my rifle unscoped. If you scope in, it's a very small field of angle of view, and it's very hard to see people. So I like to keep it unscoped till I find a target, and then I zoom in and kill it. When you're using any... Oh, I remember my train of thought now. When you're using any semi-automatic sniper, especially the Barrett because of the recoil, what you want to do, you want to hold down the steady key, which for me is H. A lot of people use shift. You hold that down, and then you try to place a round on your target. If you miss or he doesn't go down, the Barrett will, or any sniper rifle will recoil up, either vertically or to the right. What you want to do is wait for it to come back down and center on your crosshairs will center back where you were aiming previously. You want to release the steady breathing key and then press it down again when you're ready to fire again, and then take your second shot. You don't want to fire, you just don't want to keep clicking the mouse. It's going to go wildly inaccurate. It's called a recoil reset. It's tough to manage at first, but with practice it's very good. I'm in this building. This is a prime position for snipers also. I plant a claymore there to make sure no one comes up behind me, and I also plant a claymore by this ladder. Those are the two main points of access when you're sitting here. This is not the best sniping spot. There's very little angle for you to shoot at people. The main thing you want to worry about when you're in this position is not only getting flanked from the side or from behind, but that window I just looked at. That's where the enemy is going to come sniping at you from, and they're going to spot you very easily. This guy spots me right there, and I think he doesn't see me, so I'm taking my time to line up a shot, and I get a grenade in the face. If you can help it, don't snipe from a building. It's probably one of the worst places. A lot of people like to sit there. I get a 10 kill streak just with my sniper rifle on this one. This is where the Spetsnaz snipers like to hang out, in this little building that was across the map from where I started. This is Pipeline, by the way. This is probably the worst possible sniping point on this whole map, because anyone that comes by knows there's probably going to be a sniper in there. They're just going to toss a grenade right in there, and you can get shot from any angle, all 360 degrees right here. Not the best place. I prefer to be in the grass up there where I'm looking right now. That's the best place for sniping. I like to change it up and go to places that most people won't like to go. And over there, those two ledges on that side and the far side of that building, those are also prime sniping spots, so always check those. Even if you're not sniping, that's probably where you get killed from. Notice the airstrike took out my claymore. And this is exactly why it's a bad spot, because I looked out the window and I got shot immediately. Now we're going to switch to the crash map. I'm going to plant a claymore. Notice where I plant it. I don't plant it right in front of the door. I plant it slightly to the side, so if anyone comes rushing out, it's going to catch them full on. If you plant it, perpendicular to the door, a lot of people can sprint right by it. And this is the best. This is a 3-story building on the crash map. It's the best place to snipe from on this entire map. But it's a very well-traveled building. If your team doesn't have full control of this building, it's not a good place to snipe, because you're going to get people running up from these stairs constantly. Every few minutes you'll have another guy trying to come and kill you. And there also drop airstrikes in this building a lot. So whenever you see an airstrike coming, run down those stairs a little bit. Notice I threw up my UIV jammers. I knew someone was in the building. This is a game of limited information. The more you know about your enemy's position, the better. That's why it's important to use radar. And instead of going for my gun there, I went for the knife and I missed. That's why if you're not a good knifer, you're not going to be a great sniper. So work on your knife skills. And that was just bad luck there. He moved a little bit. This is where the Marines spawn on crash. It's a decent spot. It's hard to get to. There's only one stairwell. I just completed my Barrett challenge right there. We're coming to the end of this of part 1. In part 2 I'm going to explain a lot more, so stick around.